Alright, pulling this rear main seal. Big block 454, it's turned upside down. So you got your crankshaft, you got your oil pump right here. There's your pickup screen, pickup tube, oil pump. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is we gotta snatch out this bolt. That's a 5/8. Alright, I already got it. There we go, bolt's out. Once you do that, your oil pump should lift right out. No? Maybe? There we go. Coming right up. Watch that tube. Make sure that tube stays connected right here. Okay? Set that aside. Alright. The next thing we've got is this main cap right here. Okay? That is what? What is that? 13/16? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Alright, those are out. These are going to be torqued down. They're going to be fairly tight. So be prepared. This main cap is kind of notched in here, right? Not notched in there, but it's set in there pretty snug on both sides. So you're gonna need something to kind of bang that thing out of there. A rubber mallet, you know, is perfect. So let's get a rubber mallet, and I'm just gonna give it a little tap right here on the side. That thing will come a little bit loose. We can lift it up, lift it right out. Okay. There's our seal right there. This one is usually sitting inside here, but it's dropped out. It's sitting right there. It's that gray thing right there. Note the way it is sitting, because when you put your new one in, you want it sitting in the same way this one is in there. Hang on, let me grab another glove. Set that right there. Okay. This one would have been in the bottom side of that main cap. Now, most of the time, you'll put, these are in two pieces, as you can see, right? So this one will go in. You would dot some RTV on there, so this may be a little connected, and this one kind of is. There we go, it came loose. So this is the way it was. This is the way it's going to go back in. You see, you got a thin side lip and a thick lip. Thin side lip, thick lip. The thick lip is towards the back, so you know you're putting it in correctly. All right, we're going to set that one aside. Blue one is our new one. Now you're going to get something, and there's the top. Let's see, let's get you close. There is the top of that one. You can kind of see it in there. This is, it's gone around the bottom side. So there's that top edge, and you can see over here, there's that top edge. So sometimes you can just kind of rotate the crank over and scoot it out, or sometimes you can take something and just gently push on it. Something that's not going to mar anything or damage anything, you know, like a wooden pencil or just something that you can use. If pushing on it doesn't work, which this doesn't seem to be, we'll see if rotating the crank will work. So, get a little socket, 3/4 inch, put it on that crank nut, and see if we can do any good. Rotating it around. Maybe, maybe not. Not so far. It's not wanting to slide out. Hold on. Remember I said they put some RTV right here? You'll put some RTV when you're done, when you put these new ones in to close that seal. So this has a little scraper edge, and I'm going to try to scrape some of that old RTV off. It may be sealed to the block. Let's scrape some of that off. It may just be a little stuck. push from both sides. See which side is going to cooperate with you. What we want to do is push it down so that it comes back up the other side. Alright, get in here a little closer. You can see what's actually going on. What I'm trying to do is push down on this top edge. You see this is metal. It goes up, over, down, across, right? So this gray portion here, that's the actual seal, this rubber portion. So what I'm doing is I'm trying to push on it, push down, break it loose so that it will, oh, there it goes. You can see over here as I push down over there, see that sliding up? So I push down, see that gray around here is gone. So that's what I was trying to do. Alright, let's get this back over here where you can see what you're doing. Alright, now that we've got this creeping up, I'm just going to kind of coax it on up. There we go. Now we've got it out. So make sure you remember how it came out so that when you put your new one in, putting your new one in the same way. This came out that way. The new one needs to go back in that way. Okay? So we're going to get that a little bit cleaned up, get some oil on our new ones, and then get right back to putting that new one in. Stand by. Alright. Pulling the old one out. Now, we've got our new one. You see I've kind of greased it up, lubed it up, got a little oil in here in these little journals. Make sure you do that. We want that thing to glide right in. So we're going to put it right back in the exact same way we took it out. So find your little notch there. And if you have a little tool in your kit, this came with a full gasket kit set, and I didn't have the little tool, but you might have a little something that kind of hangs over that notch right there to keep it from kind of grinding. If you don't, just be real easy with it. Slide it in the same way you took it out. Just roll it under there. Give it a little wiggle. And it's going to want to catch right there. Just be easy. If you need a little oil on it, put a little more oil on it. But just keep working it. Keep pushing, keep working. Pushing it that way off of that notch. As you, like the way I do it is I'm pushing with this finger, pushing into the crank, pushing away and using my thumb to drive it down. So push away, driving it down at the same time. Okay? Of course, now I've got very little left here, so I'm trying to, push and drive at the same time. Now, if you'll notice, it's come up on the other side. Okay? You see that blue? It's come up on the other side. We're going to stop there. Now, I need to get those edges cleaned up because, like I told you before, we're going to use a little RTV to kind of, when we put our top half on, we kind of want to turn that into one, right? So we're going to clean that, make sure it's really dry. That blue, make sure that's really clean as you can anyway. I'm going to do the same thing on this side so that silicone sticks. As good as you can. Alright, let's get a little silicone. Got a brand new package here. Hang on while I get it open. Hang on while I get it open. Okay. There we go. So, here we go. I don't know, can you see that? And I mean just a little bit. Is it gonna come out? Maybe. That's too little bit. We need a little bit more than that. No, maybe. No, maybe. Well, what in the world? Hang on. Is this not? Yeah, it's trying. It's trying to come out. Let's get it to try harder. Oh, haha. Brand new. Clip the tip. Man, this guy. Where did you get this guy from? You go inside, you pour a little something over 3 cubes of ice, and then you try to come out here and work on your engine, and you know, you forget to clip the tip. That's fine. All right. Get down here, rub your eyeballs on this real quick. Little bit. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to use that little thing I was pushing with. I'm just going to kind of flatten that up like a little paintbrush. There we go. I don't want it goopy, you know, so when I land the other one, it squishes out. I don't want to do that. Just enough to make like a little bit of seal. So, and like that's what I'm using. You see how much is on there? That's probably way too much. I'm going to do this other side. As I put it on, I'm going to be taking it off, you know, just enough so when those 2 rubber ends land, they kind of seal themselves together. It's the point of a seal if it doesn't seal. You know what I mean? Sure. Okay. There we go. And I think I'll take a little bit off of this side. Yeah. All right, get in close so you can kind of, you see that? Where I've got that just a little bit. Just a little bit. And then the way you're going to do your other one is you're going to take your main cap. Okay, you got your main cap, right? It came off. Turn this bad boy upside down. And we've got our other half. See all the lube in there? It's oiled up. So we're going to take our other half, and remember, the thick goes to the back. So that's how we're going to set it in. Well, that's how we're going to try to set it in. Okay. Got it in. You can't even see what's going on, can you? Get it in front of the camera, guy. All right, there you go. Okay. Set it in just like that. So now, when we turn it over, those shapes are going to match, right? Thick in the back, thin in the front. Thick in the back, thin in the front. Okay? So, and we got to clean these as well because, sorry, you can't see what I'm pointing at. Need to clean these edges as well because we need that silicone to adhere, right? So, just give them a little rag, clean that off. Make sure that rubber is good and clean and all the way pressed in there. All right. And we're going to put it back on just like we took it off. And remember, it kind of sets down inside this little journal here. And it's going to be stiff now. So where's our little rubber mallet? Let's see, can we just, you know, tap it in. Just tap it in. There we go. Tapped in. Okay, so the rear main is officially changed. Okay? Just using a rubber mallet. So, we're going to put our big old bolts back in. These are torqued to, Now I don't know off the top of my head. 70, I think? It's either 55 or 70. So make sure you torque those. And then, of course, careful with your tube here and this coupler for your oil pump. Slide that bad boy back in its hole. Land her right back. And use these. You got these two little nipples here as guides. Let me pull this out and show you. You got a little nipple here and one here. Use that as a guide for your oil pump. Make sure that's on good. Okay. Slide her on down. Land it on its little nipples. Drop the bolt back in for the oil pump. Tight. Okay, and there you have it. Rear main seal is changed. Big block, 454. Okay, I hope that helped. You guys let me know. Good luck with your project.